Hey, I'm Andy, and this is the weekly roundup for week number 1 of Daily Spin, a new series where I'm attempting to actively listen to every single record that I own. It's about 1,500 records. We made it through right over 20 this week. I feel like that's good progress. That's about the limit I'm realizing for what I can actually listen to and pay attention to and consume in a week with the time that I have. So I'm pretty happy with how far I got this week. Overall, really good experience. I'm really glad I'm taking the time to do this. Not the videos. I'm glad I'm taking the time to just sit down and listen to music again, and make that the only thing that I'm doing. I'm so busy all the time that I haven't prioritized it. Usually at the end of the day, I'm just kind of brain dead. I'll flip on the TV or look on my phone, and I just hate doing that. Like, I cannot stand it. So this is kind of something that's just keeping me in check. It's something that makes me continue to do this. So the videos are just kind of an added bonus in some ways of something that I would be doing anyways. But it's a really good way to make myself do it. That being said, it was difficult at the beginning. The first couple days, my mind was wandering. I was fidgety. I could tell that I wasn't fully engaged as easily as I'd like to be. But by the end of the week, it was definitely getting easier. I was really getting into it more, a lot quicker, and I was able to enjoy it almost immediately and really get zoned in. I remember specifically the In Flames and At the Gates albums that I listened to, they seemed to just fly by. I mean, that was like stream of consciousness. I was just sitting there and absorbing it. And I haven't listened to those like that since I was like riding the bus in college. I've listened to them since, but not like just sitting and listening. And that was so much fun for me. I love that. So yeah, it's going well. I'm really excited as this progresses to see within myself changes of how much easier that becomes. That's something that I really, it's like practicing for anything else. It's like when I practice guitar or piano or work on new techniques for modular synthesizers, I need to practice. And this is something that I need to practice. I need to get back into it. I haven't done it like this with this level of intention in probably like 10 years, at least not consistently. So yeah, that is kind of my reflection on the week. I also thought these videos would be a great time to kind of share any changes or get advice on how the videos are going. I cannot emphasize enough how little I have thought this whole thing through. All I've really thought through is I want to listen to all my records. I'm going to just make quick videos and comment on them. That's as far as I got. So a lot of this, like the stupid little covers on the YouTube thing, right? Like, I guess you just have to do that. It seems like you have to, take a picture and crop yourself out. Something super stupid. I kind of hate doing that, but it seems like you have to. But I am trying to keep it super low effort. The more effort I have to put into the production of this because I'm just doing it all by myself, the less likely I am to continue doing it because I really don't enjoy this part of it necessarily. I'd rather just be listening to music at this point or practicing whatever it comes. So I'll probably make changes along the way. I know I want to do things like add more B-roll of the albums, especially cool, colored vinyl and stuff. People seem to really enjoy those. I'm kind of indifferent. I don't really think about it too much, but I do agree that would be a cool thing to show off for people that like to see that kind of thing, or even just show the cool artwork better in the jackets and any inserts, like get my own footage of those. That's definitely something that I don't think would be too hard to integrate into these videos. The covers will probably stay super stupid. I'm not a Photoshop wizard, don't care to be. It is what it is. They'll probably get better over time a little bit as I get a little more competent at, or find a way to be creative. Photoshop is fine, I guess, but things like that'll change. I'm sure other little things will as well as I carry on, but We'll see, because I don't know. I really have no idea. I haven't thought that far ahead. So the last thing I wanted to discuss in this quick little roundup was find some kind of topic related to vinyl to just kind of shoot the shit about. And something that I saw on a couple of forums this week that people were talking about was the question being proposed was, how do you sort your records? People were posing that question, and it was interesting. The responses, some people were giving very definitive responses. This is how you do it. Only alphabetical, or only by genre. I don't think like that. My record collection isn't like that. My store wasn't like that. So I think I'm still coming from the mentality I had when I had my own store. And one of the main things that I would think about is, how do I sort records to help people discover new music? Sure, if it's all alphabetical, you can come in and you can go in Nirvana, bam, there it is. Visited, if I was here, visited Seattle, bought a Nirvana record, done. That's easy. Alphabetical is easy, but that's not really helping you necessarily discover new artists. You could be flipping through and maybe you'd see something else, maybe not. So at least how I've done it in the past and still do when I had the store was, sometimes I'd do it by label. So for example, Numero Group, which is my favorite label if I had to pick one, they release amazing compilations, reissues, just a killer label. Great prices on the album too. I mean, there's some of the highest quality jackets and pressings around, and they're basically all under $30 for singles and doubles. It's really, I cannot emphasize how much I love Numero Group. I always had a section just for them, because with compilations and stuff, a lot of it was soul funk, but then they do Wayfaring Strangers, which is like a folk series, or they did all kinds of, they have a bunch of cool synth compilations. They have heavy metal comps. So it's a huge range of things that they have. And that was one where once you get into the label, you just want to see which ones you don't have. And it's a great way to discover new music. So labels like them would have their own. Light in the Attic as well. They do a lot of reissues. And the reason I still have a section for them is because I'll buy reissues where I'm not familiar with the artist, and I'll probably listen to it once, but the chance of me remembering their name long term from one listen might be kind of slim. But I know that there's this certain type of music in general that Light in the Attic releases. Same with Mississippi Records. I have a section for Mississippi Records. I have a section for Sunday's label. Great way to help people find new music. You want some cool surf, 60s psych, underground garage. Here's the Sundays section. Check it out, see what looks cool. You'll see all the cool psychedelic covers or surf covers. Really easy to find something that looks intriguing that you don't have. Hopefully you can take it home and find something that you love and you've just discovered your next favorite song. That's the thrill of getting a record you've never heard before. And then for the rest of my records, I do the alphabetical thing by genre, of course. It just makes sense when you have a larger collection to do a good bit of that. Sometimes I do it by decades too. So I have soul, funk, classical, jazz, vocal jazz, electronic, new rock, indie, pop, whatever. That's all kind of one thing. And then I have 80s section, 70s section, because I don't know, when it comes to that particular era of music, I kind of just think in genres. 80s, you get things like the Moog, the Prophet 5, and then the DX7 FM synthesis. It sounds very 80s, very different from the 70s stuff that was going on, at least in pop music, whereas 70s was definitely more of the rock. So yeah, that's how I sort records. I am curious how other people sort their stuff though. I mean, different size collections might benefit from being sorted differently, or collections that are way bigger than mine, maybe it does make more sense to do everything alphabetical or have some kind of cool library card system. I don't know. So if you have an interesting way of sorting records or things that maybe I should try to do, please let me know. Just drop me a comment. other than that, that's kind of it for the week. Trying to keep it super casual, like I said. End of the week, this is just a reflection. Low effort production on this video again too, I'm sure, because we're just hanging out at this point. But if you've made it this far, if you've seen any of my videos for the first week, thank you so much. I hope you can enjoy part of my journey even a little bit as much as I have been. And hopefully I get to see you next week. Thanks for